Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to Animal Behavior. We were just talking about social interactions. This is another graphic showing social interactions. We see pups being raised by a relaxed mother, pups being raised by a low interaction mother. Pups are happy when mom spends a lot of time with them. Pups are fearful when mom does not. Pups raised by high interaction mothers become high interaction mothers. Pups raised by low interaction mothers become low interaction mothers. And if we take pups born to high interaction moms and let them be raised by low interaction moms, they become low interaction fearful pups. And the opposite is true. If I take pups from a low interaction mother and I let them be raised by a high interaction mother, they become relaxed adults. Social learning, learning from your peers, learning from the individuals that you are around. Learned behaviors, problem solving. Applying past experiences to overcome obstacles and novel solutions. Problem solving is very well developed in some mammals, specifically dolphins and primates. Not so well developed in other animals. However, there has been quite a bit of research. Crows are actually really smart, and crows are able to solve problems. I saw an article that talked about a bee. Bees were able to pull on a string to bring a treat out to them. That is problem solving, using past experience to overcome obstacles in novel situations. Yeah, observed in some bird species, highly developed in some mammals. Dogs aren't particularly good at problem solving. Raccoons, however, are really good at problem solving. Dolphins, there's been lots of behavioral research done with dolphins, and lots of behavioral research done on primates. What we see here are three chimpanzees. One knows how to crack open nuts. The other two are watching social behavior. The other two are watching this one crack open the nut. It is a problem. Here is a food thing that I can't get into. The solution is I smash it between two rocks. I use two tools to be able to open the nut. To us, that makes easy sense. It makes total sense and would be very easy for us to learn. It takes chimpanzees like 2 years to learn to smash a nut with a rock. There's a reason they don't rule the world. I think we talked about this in that video that we watched, the Shape of Life. Communication. Communication is the exchange of ideas between two or more individuals, usually, but not necessarily of the same species. For a long time, humans have tried to figure out or to put a label on what makes us so different from the other animals. Oh, we're so smart. Oh, we have thumbs. Oh, we use tools. Oh, we do this. Oh, we do that. And the simple answer of it really comes down to, yeah, fine, we're really smart. Whatever. Not all of us are. What really sets us apart from all the rest of the animals is this right here. It is our ability to communicate. It is our supreme ability to communicate. There is no other animal that comes anywhere close to our ability to communicate, to be able to exchange ideas, to get things from here into there. And it's only through communication that we're able to do this. There's a very old saying. That very old saying is 2 heads are better than 1. More minds working on a problem will solve it better. The only way we are able to do this as humans is because we're able to communicate. We have an immense ability to communicate. This is what sets us apart. A great example is your phone. Your phone is a computer, right? Your phone can do a whole bunch of things. But what happens if you don't have any cell service? What happens if you can't connect to the tower. How useful is your phone then? It's almost useless if it can't connect, if it can't communicate. But if it can communicate, what can you do with your phone? Well, the answer really is, what can't you do with your phone if it can communicate? You can download an app for practically anything. And if it has the ability to communicate with the network, you can do anything you want. But if you cut it off from the network, basically what is it now? Now it's a clock and a calculator. And there's really not much else you can do with it. If you cut off your phone's ability to communicate, it becomes useless. If you cut off an individual, a human's ability to communicate, their skills, their ability to succeed is greatly reduced. And there's actually lots of research. There's been a number of cases of abused children that didn't learn to communicate, were not allowed to communicate, and had really bad lives because they were not able to communicate. They were not taught to communicate. Communication is exchange of ideas, getting stuff from here into there, between two individuals, usually of the same species, but not always. Communication doesn't have to only be within species. It can be between species. When you see a dog snarling, what does that mean? It means leave me alone. When a rattlesnake is shaking its tail and has curled up, what does that mean? It means leave me alone. When a cat hisses at you and arches its back, what does it mean? It means leave me alone. It is communicating. And it sent you a message and you received it. And we'll talk more about that in just a little bit. Communication can be in the form of odors, sounds, postures, colors, patterns, movements, and even light. Examples of odors, really pheromones are great examples of communication through odors. When dogs meet each other, what do? They smell each other's butts. They're trying to figure out, are you male or female? And if it's a male, and he's sniffing the female to see if she's in heat, if she is receptive to sex. Odors, lots of different odors sending messages. Sounds, geez Louise, this is what we're doing right now. We're communicating through sounds. The dog barking is communicating through sounds. Birds singing in the tree are communicating through sounds. Sound is one of the most common methods of communication, but not the only. Postures, when the rattlesnake has curled up, when the dog is snarling, when the cat has arched its back, that is a posture. And that you can see a picture of that. You don't need sound to go with it. You can see a picture of it, and you know that is an angry animal. It is still able to send its message through a posture. Colors, there's lots of animals that are able to change their color. They can do it quickly or they can do it slowly. We've probably all at some point seen a chimpanzee or a monkey with a very large swollen butt. And that swollen butt is usually pink. That color, it's not a swollen butt, it's actually swollen sex organs. That's a female that's in heat and she's advertising. Hey, look at me, I'm ready to have babies. Fish use colors all the time. We looked at octopi changing its colors. Remember when the octopus turned white? It was showing off and saying that it was scared, leave me alone. Patterns. Cuttlefish are really good at using patterns to send messages to one another. The males will use a specific pattern to try to entice a female to mate. Movements. A dog wagging its tail. That's a movement. Lets you know a dog is happy. Some snakes they'll coil, but then they'll kind of writhe back and forth to let you know that they're angry. A bull pawing at the ground, letting you know it's angry. Even light. Lightning bugs, fireflies. They're communicating through light. What they're doing is the male will flash, and then the female will wait, and she'll flash. It depends on the species as to how long she waits. It may be a second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, something like that. But he'll flash, and then he'll wait. And if she flashes back, he will fly towards her. And then he'll flash again, and then she flashes back, and then he flies towards her. And what that means is they're communicating. They're saying, hey, here, and she says, yeah, I'm over here. Let's come together. Let's make babies.